So, Congressman, you just heard the secretary's own words. The border is secure. They're working to secure it. Do you buy that?
Well, you just listen to how he's just straining to parse words as the front man for a 50-year politician. I'm not surprised that he is as disconnected as his boss and our commander-in-chief on this issue. I think he's unfit for the job, Eric. I mean, he's either being dishonest with the American people or he's delusional and disconnected from the very facts that are in the reports coming out of his own department. Obviously, the historic numbers of human trafficking, drug trafficking, and all the criminal elements pouring into our country, not just Texas and border states, but the entire nation. It is insulting to the American people for him to say that, and it's dangerous because border security is national security.
What do they need to do?
Well, Eric, I've been saying for months now that this president is undeterred. I don't see him changing his open border policies. I think he is totally committed to the radical left. I mean, we can just take the plays from the previous administration and run those, the stay in Mexico policies, just enforce the laws, get back to building the border wall that they've halted construction on, stop, catch, and release. I mean, they know what to do, but they are willfully and intentionally not doing it. This president has abdicated his chief job, which is to keep Americans safe. He's been derelict in upholding the laws of the land. So it falls on the states, and the states have the constitutional right of self-defense. And so they're going to have to fill the gap on behalf of their citizens and defend their borders and protect their citizens.
Oh, the administration would say, well, they're spending billions of dollars on this. At the same time, taking a page from the secretary, you know, what can Washington do? Can Congress change the laws? It is legal for someone to show up at the border and claim asylum. And as it has been reported, that's part of the playbook from the cartels. Should some of these laws be changed to make it more difficult for these issues?
Well, certainly Congress has a role here, and we should button up the immigration laws. There are loopholes that are being exploited. There are magnets that draw people here. But where there's a will, there's a way. That was demonstrated by President Trump, who under his leadership, we saw illegal crossings drop 70%. So, yes, Congress can work on this. I have little hope that we'll fix it over the next 2 years. When Republicans get the majority, we can use oversight. We can use the power of the purse to put pressure on this president, and we will. But I think our state leaders have to step up and exercise their Article 1, Section 10 powers when there's an invasion and when drug cartels are in control and the control of our borders have been ceded by this administration to these cartels, and you're having drugs kill Americans at an alarming rate of over 100,000 last year. You have an invasion, we're under siege, and state leaders have to step up and stop it, because this president will not. And he's demonstrated that, and I think he's committed to it, unfortunately.
Yeah. And finally, I mean, up in New York City Mayor Adams and in Washington, they're not feeling it. They're going, uh-oh. You know, they watch it on television. They see the flow of what your state is affected by. Now Mayor Adams says, wait, we got 3,000 illegal immigrants from Latin America. I'm going to put them in hotels. What's your reaction to the fact that Northeast cities, other locations, are now feeling the effects of what's going on down at the border?
Well, it just shows you how dishonest and disconnected Mayorkas' statement is when you have a mayor from a city in a state a long way from the epicenter of Biden's border crisis, right? So policies have consequences. And because of catch and release, and this administration's sort of last mile in human trafficking, pushing people throughout the continental United States, you're starting to have Democrat-run mayors, woke mayors, wake up to the fact that this is a tremendous social and economic cost to our country.
Yeah, Mayor Adams really good, hot on this one, because now New York City, they're feeling it too.